Welcome back to the Ladies of the Night podcast with your hosts, Carson and
Hunter, don't. Oh, okay, yeah. We're going.
don't no.
I almost said
Don't
the
do that
socials, but it doesn't matter. I'm surprised that's still instinct. That's
It's because we
interesting.
did it for fucking months.
Yeah, a while.
Months. That's why you should never start jerking off, because then it's just like you're just doing
Same
it.
exact thing. Same exact
Yeah,
thing.
because you're just so used to doing it, so now you're doing it so much, and then at one point you're doing it too much, and then you're out of cum. You're out. Your
You're
supply's
talking
gone.
from personal experience.
No, I'm still kicking.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still
Okay.
fucking spraying, brother. You know what I mean? Not spraying and praying either. I'm just spraying. Just.
I feel like spraying implies it's got like almost a water consistency.
Um. I drink a lot of water,
Yeah.
and I don't eat that bad, so I'd say mine's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now I don't know
That's
taste
good.
wise.
I
don't know
mean, you could always
taste-wise.
try.
No,
No.
no. We're not doing none of that.
Anyways,
Not
Minecraft.
Anyways, Minecraft.
Yeah, you
So-
got shit to talk about, right?
Yeah, on the last episode, if you haven't seen it already, just go watch it. This is a podcast. You don't have to watch the last episode to watch this.
Look, that episode's great if you skip the beginning.
Yeah, like the first 20 minutes. I might have been a little mad that day and went on like a 20-minute rant. I should have just kept it off, but it felt like it needed to be done. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I wanted to talk about Minecraft because, they do their drops now instead of the
Yeah,
big
I haven't seen
updates.
shit.
Well, so the Pale Garden one that they announced during the
Yeah.
Minecraft Live thing, and you got the creaking, and you got the the pale forest with these white trees and everything else. They've added a lot more to it. I know there's some changes they've made with the creaking, but it might say on this form. I'm looking specifically on the Minecraft website. You can look at the snapshots and all the other shit. But something cool that they added a few weeks ago, actually, that I just didn't see for a while, and then I was like, we need to talk about this. So when you punch that creaking, you're over punching it. You
Yeah.
know all those particles that come from it.
Yeah, and it goes to the cart or whatever.
When the particles go, if you keep punching it, this orange resin, starts growing on the trees, and you could
Oh.
break the resin. It's like this orange kind of shit scattered on the trees, and you can break it, and you get this resin. That's what
Uh-huh.
it's called.
Yeah, I
And
assume.
it looks like an ore block, but it's not. But you can get this resin, and it's this rich orange, and you can. There's blocks that you can make out of it, which are
Like,
when I see these blocks, I think of old school modded Minecraft. Like, these are the richest orange blocks I've ever
like
seen. In my
how
life.
they styled. Is it similar to anything there is now?
Well, yeah, because there's bricks,
Oh, okay.
and then there's this cluster that kind of looks. You know what the shroom light looks like?
Yeah.
It looks like that, but this really more rich orange. So it's kind of this kind of clunky block, but it's still square, obviously. But they have bricks, and then they have this clunk block that I'm talking about, and then they have a chiseled version, obviously, because there's a
Okay.
brick set, and it has the creaking face on it.
Yeah, I was
It's pretty cool.
hoping.
It's pretty cool, but they just had that initially whenever they came out with it, but they've added a lot of other stuff. So I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that has been added.
Yes.
I'm going to try to say it quick enough where it's not too much of a snooze fest. So
The resin is pretty damn cool.
they have added 2 new flower variants
Yeah.
of this one flower. It's the first flower to have 2 different variants, even
Can
though
you
it's the
actually
same
make
flower.
dye out of them?
Yes, and what's
Okay.
cool about it, there's a closed version and an open version. If you make dye with the open version, you get orange dye, And if you make dye with the closed version, you get light gray.
Will this
dye.
just spawn in like the normal biomes? Like
No,
what
it'll
we
only
know?
spawn in this pale garden.
Okay, it's all the Pale Garden.
Yes. So new flower called the Eye Blossom has a closed and open variant. The variants change between day and night, so
Oh,
it
okay.
might
So you have
be
to
open.
mine it during that
Yeah.
period of time? Okay.
Yeah. So it might be closed during the day when you get there, and then it turns night, and then they open. Or you might get there at night and they're open, and then you're like, oh, I want the closed ones though. So then you come back during the day. Whatever. Blah 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 blah. Trying to see.
Yep.
Okay. Apparently
Real cool.
these eye blossoms.
They're called
When
eye
they're plant-
blossoms?
Yes, that's what they're called. When
Huh.
planted on the ground, will communicate with each other, helping each other to open or close. So if you want more open ones, you place a bunch of them around one that's open, and they'll start opening quicker.
Huh.
But if one's closed and there's no other ones around it, it's going to take longer to open. So it still has kind of like, it's not guaranteed that during that night it'll open.
Okay.
Um,
You know, something that's slightly unrelated but related. The eye
Yeah.
shit reminds me, because we're playing Once Human now, right?
yes.
When I
fun
was
game.
playing earlier, you know the little spiders that got the bulbs on the back of them? They explode?
Yeah, and they catch you on
I
fire.
found one that had a fucking eye.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just a giant ass eye.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
continue.
So they have glowing eyes during the night, these eye blossoms. They can be obtained by bone mealing the ground in that area. Bees get poisoned when they, try to collect nectar from
Do
the eye
bees
blossom
even
flowers.
spawn there?
No, but like if you have bees at your place and you
and
place
you-
them down
okay.
and they go there, they will
Fuck with 'em.
poison. They will get poisoned and die.
Sick.
Blah 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 blah. Suspicious stew made from eye blossoms will have either blindness or nausea effects.
Pleasant.
And wandering trader can sell the open eye blossom.
Just
They
the
need to
open?
do something with the wandering trader. It needs
Yeah, he needs
a
something
revamp of
different.
something. I think he's too lousy.
Yeah.
Too,
Just kill him
too
for
lazy.
leads.
Yeah, that's what they usually.
He's got
what I do.
expensive prices too.
Yeah, it needs fixed. So this says attacking a creaking will cause its creaking heart to extrude 2 to 3 resin clumps. That's what they're called. So when you attack the
so
creaking,
that's the max, or just
for each tree side, each log side, you could cover up technically that whole tree if you wanted to.
damn.
I've seen gameplay of it. You could get a lot of it fairly easily. Resin clump can be used as a material for armor trimming, which it makes
Oh,
this really nice,
That
rich
sounds
orange.
fucking sick.
It looks really good on netherite armor. Block of resin is a storage block for resin clumps, so kind of like iron block, gold block, coal block,
Yeah.
any of that. So it's just you can make a whole block out of it in the fucking crafting table. They could be smelted into resin brick items, and then that's what you would use to make the resin brick, like, blocks.
Yeah.
So you smelt the resin clumps to make the resin brick that you make into the
Is
resin
the resin
brick
brick
blocks.
just completely orange?
Yes. It's
Okay.
it looks like a mod that I've played with you where like it was like some ore, like copper or some kind of
Like-
ore, and it was just this really rich orange color.
Maybe like a nether brick or whatever. Just all that. I'm thinking of the red netherish brick.
No,
What is
because
it?
nether brick is this. It's like a dark purple red, like a dark.
Yeah,
crimson.
no. I'm just saying with the color matching as
Oh,
far
yeah.
as the shades.
Yeah, it's orange though.
Yeah,
Like, it's fucking
bright
red.
ass orange for the main, and then it's slightly darker for like the cracks.
Like I said prior, it has all the resin brick variants of slabs, stairs,
Yeah.
fences, all that shit. Um,
Thank God.
the proper tool for resin brick family of blocks is a pickaxe. So if you wanna mine the blocks, obviously you'd use a pickaxe, not a fucking axe or anything.
It sounds like
that.
a block you could not use as like a primary building block.
What's weird is that I didn't know this. Resin clumps can be found in Woodland Mansion chest loot.
Ah.
I don't really care for that because I think it should just
I've never
be
been to
specifically.
one.
I've been to well, the loot. There's no reason to be to one because the
Nah.
loot there's not good anyways. But I think that something like this, it should be only in that specific biome, so it makes people go to that biome.
Yeah.
But I think people would be going to that biome anyway for it.
Yeah, for the beginning, you know.
Yeah. Over going to a Woodland Mansion or something. And then there's just some other fucking Pale Garden has no music, and if a player enters the biome while music is playing, the music will fade out. So, and the sky turns gray, but that's been something that's been around for a while with this. Let's see. Pale oak leaves have a chance to spawn leaf particles if exposed on the bottom side, I guess.
What?
I don't know. Some weird
What?
shit. Apparently, if you place the leaf, some like little like leaf
Oh,
particles will come
okay.
from. And then yeah, I don't think there's anything too crazy new about anything else other than like the creaking mob. It says creaking melee attacks deal 3 points of damage. I think that might have been upped since then. I think he does like so that would be 1.5 points of heart, of hearts.
Okay.
I think they upped how much damage he can do.
Yeah.
Apparently illagers are scared of creaking and will run away from them, which is hilarious.
Yo.
That could be maybe used in a farm in some way. That would.
I would like the
cool.
creaking to be a bit more threatening.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I'd love for them to do a fuck ton of damage and be faster.
Yeah. Creaking reacts only to damage caused by mobs and projectiles by swaying in place. So they've added more kind of movement to them.
Yeah.
And they've kind of, I think they've made more noises added to them. And apparently
cool.
now I think they just, when the sun comes out, they corrode away. Like instantly where they're at, they just corrode away. Kind of like a Thanos snap. Yeah, it has this crazy, I remember seeing a video on this now. It has this weird, like, tweaky twitch kind of animation now that it does. So it kind of, like,
Twitch.
does some, like, yeah, like its fucking limbs, like, do some, you know, kind of shit. Some Resident Evil kind of shit. Some
I've never seen
Exorcist shit. Some
Seen Exorcist.
Yeah, some fucking, you know, the Ring girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The creaking is fire resistant. And
It's crazy for a wood thing.
that the creaking heart decides to remove or replace the connected creaking when it turns day. The creaking is too far away from the creaking heart, or a player interacts with the creaking for a few seconds. So, the creaking heart will decide these three things. If it so you could be surrounded by these creaking, and then all of a sudden they just start fucking disappearing.
Ah.
Or you're trying to use them for something, they just start disappearing. I would like for them to have a drop.
Yeah.
Mobs that you know. I like that they add this new thing to the game that brings more blocks. I'm glad for that.
Maybe they could have it drop like the resin clump. You know, just one of the blocks.
I just want something.
Yeah, something.
I just want something. You know what I mean? And I think it'd be cool.
Or at least
know,
like maybe drop the wood from the trees.
The wood or sticks or something.
Yeah.
Because if they drop sticks, technically you could use that as a way to farm sticks, but there's way easier ways to get sticks if you wanted an abundance of them. So it's like, I don't know. But Yeah, that's all the kind of newly added shit
Okay, so it's
since
all just to the
to the
woods.
biome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing too much added other than that, which was kind of. I expected that just because I think that's how they're going to do their drops from now on, is just whatever they're specifically going for. They're
Yeah.
just going to kind of do add-ons that add to that
A little
thing.
bit by a little bit.
Yeah. I would still like for them to go back and still update some biomes that lost the biome votes years ago.
Yeah, I
Um,
really just want like the Nether, not Nether, End fucking
Everybody wants
rework.
the end to be,
Or
.
another dimension.
Yeah. I think those are things that have been on chopping block for a long time. I think those are
Yeah.
just so massive that they're like,
It would be
I don't know if we
so
can do
cool
that yet.
because there's like that portal like thing in the Deep Dark.
Yeah, the Deep Dark also, the speaking of mobs that need a fucking drop, the Warden needs a fucking. Why
I
does he
mean,
just drop fucking
yeah.
Skulk? You could get that all around him. Why the fuck does he drop
Yeah,
that?
he's not made to be killed.
Yeah, but I feel like if you did kill him, you should still get something.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree.
Like it doesn't even have to be something crazy. I think what everybody's idea is that if they did do something to where they had a dimension, they added a dimension that you use that kind of portal frame shape from the
Yeah,
Deep Dark that you're talking about. I think the only way you
it'd
should
be
be able to
cool.
activate that is something that you get from the drop from the
Oh, yeah,
Warden.
that'd be cool.
Because then that gives you a reason to fight the motherfucker that's there. And at some point, there's multiple of them, so you could. And maybe it's something where the portal closes when you go, like
Oh,
once you go in
oh,
and
that'd
you
be
come back,
terrifying.
it closes. So then you
You have to
have to
kill another
kill,
warden.
or you have to kill more just where you have extra. So then it just
I would imagine you could have wardens in the other dimension. Like it's a
probably. And
dark dimension. Like there's not a whole lot of
people,
light.
there was a creature that was designed and was kind of leaked, I guess, before the Warden, and it was kind of the shape that the creaking is now. So some people I've seen say like, "Oh, that might have something to do with like, they ended up choosing the Warden over this other creature, whatever the fuck it was called, but maybe they liked the model of that, so then they
Yeah.
kind of used it for the
See,
creaking."
I just want more shit later game because a lot of the stuff they're adding, like the
Yeah,
dungeon shit or whatever, it was more like early mid game sort of shit. I want to worry about something at the end
I
instead of
yeah,
just not
I
caring.
I get that too, and I love biome revamps, especially ones that need it. But
Yeah,
I think for these new biomes that they've been adding, there needs to be something more to them. Like the Pale Garden, I feel like mobs to make it, if they're wanting to make it more kind of not really scary, but like ominous and like kind of uneasy. I feel like there should be something that there's some sort of effect that gets put on other mobs that are in that area during the night. Because you have mobs
yeah.
spawning anyways, zombies, creepers, all that. It'd be cool
They could
if
add like another zombie variant or a
well
skeleton variant.
they did just add another skeleton variant, the
That's true.
Bogged.
I
So
would
they
like a
could do
lot of
that.
variants.
My thing is I think it'd be cool if you're punching this creaking, and then that particle shit. Not only does it go to the trees and make this resin, but it starts growing on the nearby mobs that are
Oh,
around,
yo, that'd be
and it
cool.
starts controlling them and making them do shit. And they got like this orange shit on them. That'd be pretty cool. Now, does that sound like more of a modded thing than vanilla? Yes, but
It
I'm
gets a little
telling you.
too wacky, you can't do it.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I thought that same idea when they came out with the Deep Dark, that I because other mobs can spawn there too.
Yeah.
I've always said that there should be a way that the Skulk takes over certain
Yeah, I would
mobs.
like just variants for a lot of different biomes.
And those variants, those would be variants, and they would only be in
Yeah.
those areas because those blocks would affect them in those
Like
areas.
in the
and
Deep
that's it.
Dark, for example, like the skeletons, the skulks just overtaking the bones.
Yeah.
Like they got it on them.
Yeah, the same thing with
That'd
the
be
zombies
cool.
and creepers and spiders,
Yeah.
like all of it. It would kind of, and that's what I think would be cool about the Pale Garden, and it would be just a way to kind of make the fucking caricature of the
It'd be really
fucking
cool.
mobs cooler, and kind of embed yourself more into that environment because you're just seeing normal mobs that you've seen for a decade now in the game
Yeah.
in this very new area when, maybe it's this crazy new version. It's like, holy shit, that's kind of scary. You know
It'd
what
be
I mean?
cool.
And the skeletons.
Especially with the resin.
Yeah. I think,
Because it'd really
and
pop on them.
the thing with skeletons, which is very flexible, is that they've been adding certain effects to their arrows.
Yeah.
So, like the skulk, if a skulk skeleton shot you, you could get blinded. You're blinded.
Oh, that'd be so awful.
And then like the resin one, you could get like not like from this eye blossom, you could get a nausea effect
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck else it was.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. Even though it's right here somewhere.
Was it
I'm just
blindness
not
or
gonna dig
something?
for it. It was fucking something.
Or maybe weakness.
I don't even know. Oh no, you know what I mean? Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's so many. I like the revamps of the things. I would like for them to bring mobs that they've brought up in the mob votes before in the game.
Yeah.
I think it would add just some extra.
Look at the copper golem.
I think
your
it would just
favorite.
add some extra form and extra
Yeah.
variety to the game. But you don't need it. But obviously people want the more end gamey stuff, like you, like me.
Yeah.
And I feel like these
That's where
kind
you
of
spend
things.
most of the game.
But I think these kinds of things are what would bring you back to those biomes because you're like, that's cool. I will go fight these fucking creatures that are affected by these certain effects only in these areas. And because a lot of these biomes, you're only going there for the material and that's it. But some
Yeah.
players,
And
they
then you're
like
like,
to
all right, I
fight.
want to be able to never have to go back here. I want to
Yeah.
stay at my base to farm the shit.
But some players like the feeling of having to sneak around or having to fucking fight these creatures while
Yeah.
they're, looking at them or looking away from them.
I hate the sneaking around.
So I don't know. When I think of it, I think of more embedding yourself and your character into that area, not so much just end game, early game, that kind of shit. I
Yeah.
want it all to be very cohesive. Minecraft.
Minecraft.
You gotta listen to your players. I feel they got
Yeah.
great workers there, but it's like
I feel like the problem is you have like a large team, so it's hard to get people to agree on things. So you
And I
just
think
get
they've
like
said
these
that.
very safe ideas that get through,
yeah.
which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I think if they would just, because I know there's probably plenty of, probably thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that play that game that come out with cool ideas
Yeah.
that are big or small, and they, obviously they don't have to do them, but I feel like if they just heard some of the ideas, like the ones we're talking about now, and if they did
Yeah,
add
have
it, I
like
think
a-
it would have more people playing the game.
You could have like a community thing done where people just upvote the idea they like the most.
Yeah.
Like just once a year, people can suggest different ideas, and then they can get upvoted.
And then they pick, like,
Yeah.
a list. Like, they
Yeah,
pick
they'll have,
out of
like,
that
the-
whole list.
They can have like a top 10.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, now the whole community, these are the ones we picked. Now you all tell us which one or two you
Yeah.
really like, and then go from there. I think they're trying to be more community based, so that wouldn't be a bad idea either. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, it'd be something. I wish, like with Overwatch, the amount of people that make good ass skin concepts, they should just have a thing where they're like, all right, there's a competition. They have the best skin. You
Yeah.
can get like something in the game for like winning the competition for having the best skin
Yeah,
concept, and they
'cause
put it
we've
in the
talked.
game.
Me and you have talked about that before, not on the podcast, but just like the
Yeah,
fact that they couldn't actually put that person's character design in the game because then you have to give that person royalties and all this other stuff, and
yeah.
the
The
game
key
doesn't want
thing,
to have to do that constantly.
the key thing would be is like you'd get the permission because they're entering in this contest with that in
Yeah.
mind.
And
So
you're giving them stuff, you're giving them rewards if they do win
yeah,
in game.
in
So
game, so you
not
don't have to
not
actually give them
only
money,
yeah,
but
not
you're like
only
in
do
game
they
currency
get
or
to
something.
see their character design in the
Yeah, and I
game.
would assume they'd get their skin.
Yeah.
So
I would fucking hope. They just give
like
them like
no.
yeah. They just give them. They're like, hey, this is this person. This
Yeah.
person's one's new skin. It's this much of the fucking points in the shop, and they gave them like 100 less than what the points.
Yeah,
are
they
in
can't
the shop.
afford it. And they're like, oh, okay.
They're like, what the fuck? No, they should definitely just give them their skin and some other stuff. Maybe battle pass. Who knows?
Maybe a venture skin.
Yeah, huh?
I've
Yeah,
seen
that
a
would be
lot of
great.
good venture skins that people have made.
I have two. She's a very I guess they're
They.
versatile characters. So, I think that a lot of those characters could have some really cool things. But the ones that came out here in the past year or so, they need skins more than any of the other characters.
Yeah.
So
Instead
hopefully
of
we
giving
see
another
more.
one to Kiriko.
Yeah, let's
Or Reinhardt, I guess.
Overwatch 2, Blizzard. We need skins for Venture. We need skins for Juno. We need skins for Maga and Ramontra. Ramontra's been
Yeah.
out for like 2 fucking
Ramontra's
years.
criminal. He
Like,
has such
Sun Bitch has
potential
some
to
good
have
skins.
good ass skins.
The Sun Bitch has some good ass skins.
Yeah,
So she
yeah.
doesn't need any of that right away. Same thing with Lifeweaver. I think those are all the characters that have came out
He has okay
since
skins.
the game came out. Yeah,
I
they're
feel like there's a
okay, but-
lot of lost potential in him.
Yeah, they could probably.
But
do some
there's
more.
definitely a lot of lost potential on Ramontra. Like,
Yeah.
he's such a cool character.
The fan made ones that I see of Ramontra, I fucking love them every time because they're so
Yeah.
cool.
Wanky
know.
as shit.
We need Mama. What was her name? Mama Wu, Mama Wang in the game.
Oh,
I don't remember
I
what
know
her
you're
name
talking. Yeah.
Mama Lu, Mama something.
What was that? Like, was it
It
a
was just a-
character they're consider making, or
Yeah, and for
someone
Overwatch
came up
1.
with it?
No, it was just like a character they had, like
That's so
idea wise.
funny. I think it was Wong.
Yeah, Mama Wong something.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll get into the little man's big man stuff.
What is the little
Um,
man's big man's?
You know, I say it every time.
Every time.
And so Little Man's Big Man's is this fictional, I almost said restaurant, this fictional
I mean-
business company that me and Hunter came up with, where each video, each week, we come up with weird, wacky, disgusting, whatever item, and we kind of pitch it, and we just say maybe what the item is, or blah, 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 whatever. When we have guests on, which has only been Josh so far, which is fine, he likes giving us what he think the price would be and if he would buy it. So, Little Man's Big Man's has some extra shit in it, too. We've been
Got a
doing
lot
the
of
Little
shit.
Man, we've been doing the Little Man's Big Man stuff for, like, over 30 episodes now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So, and we
What,
we remember
32
some
episodes?
certain items, but like, we don't remember all of them. So if you ever
Nah.
want to hear all of them, maybe we come out with a video that's not a podcast episode on
Yeah,
the
just
channel,
a
where
compilation.
It's just
That'd be
all
so
of the
fucking long.
items. Yeah.
Because it has to span the entire time we're talking about the items. I guess you'd
Yeah.
have to do, like, this episode to this episode. This
Yeah.
is the ones.
You could just shorten it down, I guess.
Or you
a
could just
bit,
make a separate video for every episode's thing.
Yeah.
So it'd be a digestible amount of footage.
I don't know if you would like to see that. We might do that. That sounds. And it gives
Sounds
us some
like a
other
likely
content.
thing to do because I
Yeah.
could just easily cut it out of the episode that's already edited.
And we could do it for every 10 episodes or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Just have like,
I'm
this
really
set.
thinking just each episode you just release the video.
Well,
for-
it would give us another kind of form of content that comes out on the channel that's just not clips and
Yeah. I'll likely
know,
do that.
the podcast. See? We come up with ideas on the fly.
Yeah,
Sometimes it
fucking-
works.
Yeah.
Anyways, Little Man's Big Man's. We also have a lot of characters for Little Man's Big Man's.
Hell yeah, I
Eventually,
love the characters.
Eventually, I'm gonna be doing stuff for the channel for that stuff, not like merch or anything like that.
Yeah, we need a banner, and they're
but
like
we're gonna-
on the sides.
We're gonna be doing some stuff like that, but you know, you want me to? I can't remember because it's been a few days. Who went first? I think I went first last time.
Yeah.
So, should you go
You-
first, or do you really want me to go first? I think
No,
my
I'll-
item is long.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
All right. So I mentioned to you the like sculpture or whatnot, right?
Yes,
Before
yes,
this.
Yes.
So I was thinking, we create sculptures of people, right? Like
Yeah.
you can buy a sculpture made out of bologna. They start with a big ass chunk of bologna.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe Lil Chunk does this, you know?
Little Chunk, yeah.
It's a
Little
little
Chunk
thing-
is the manager of Little Meats,
Yeah.
which is our own like little restaurant in Little Man's Big Man's.
Yeah, but you can have him sculpt you out of bologna. Off to the side, there's a whole fucked corner. It's just got large chunks of bologna.
Yeah.
And you could buy a fucking little sculpture of you. How does a sculpture of bologna stand up? I don't know. He could cook it for you.
Yeah. Maybe put some heat pressure on it, let it really
Yeah.
sit in there. That's a pretty good one. I like that. I think
Yeah.
I would want a bologna statue myself.
You'd have to eat it. I actually know it's bologna. It'll stay good forever.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If you keep it in your fridge, it will.
You won't be able to
You
fit it
just-
in your fridge.
You go over to your
I guess you
friend's
could
house,
pick different size options for the little
You go over to
sculpture.
somebody's house, and you're just like, hey, can I get a drink? They're like, yeah, there's some in the fridge. And you open
Yeah.
the fridge, and just in the back of the fridge, there's just a miniature bologna statue of them. You're like, were you at Little Man's
fuck?
Big Man's? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
the famous
I have
Little
one
Man's
too.
Big Man's.
It's pretty well renowned.
Yeah. Bigger than Walmart.
Yeah. In size and in popularity.
Yeah. The size
We're
of a
the-
Cabela's.
Yeah, we're a ghetto Cabela.
At some point, it's just gonna be like the size of a fucking mall or something.
Yeah. An outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give my
Now
item.
your longer one.
Okay, so my item, I thought of this item, but then I had, AI, good old Chat GPT, elaborate more of the item for me. So my item is Little Man's, you wanted to do more trademarked Little Man's Big Man.
Yeah. That's because they're
Items.
easy.
So what I do, Little Man's Big Man's themed Uno cards.
Yo, I fuck with that.
I thought it was pretty good, and so it'd be kind of gay themed, but also Little
Yeah.
Man's Big Man
What are
themed a
these
little
cards
bit.
gonna look like?
So this is what
I feel like the gimp face on the back of each card, right?
Well, this is because AI. I didn't tell it anything about the Little Man's Big Man stuff, so
Yeah.
it doesn't have any of our actual stuff on there. It just has gay stuff on there. So we could
Just
add our
put
stuff.
gay Uno cards.
That's what it said. Gay Uno cards.
Oh, that was a suggestion. It just said gay Uno cards.
No, that I thought of that.
Okay.
I
And
put my
you
prompt.
put in gay Uno cards.
I have an idea for a Uno card set, but it's gay themed.
That's all
And
you
I was
said?
like, yeah, well, I put some other shit, but I was like, help me elaborate on this idea more.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to read some specific things that the AI gave me.
Yeah.
So, It says themed suits and symbols. So instead of traditional red, blue, green, and yellow colors, you could use colors from pride flags like pink, purple, yellow.
I'm thinking different
uh,
sections of the store. You know, you have the one of the colors is just the barber shop theme.
yeah.
You know,
See,
so it's
that would be tying the little man's big man's into it more.
yeah, and then you got like another color is like little meats.
Little meats
Yeah.
and brandies and randies.
Brandy's and Randy's would be in the barbershop thing.
Yeah. It
What
says colors could also be pastel pink and white for like the transgender and the baby
yeah,
blue,
the whole
all that
spectrum.
stuff. What does this say? Each suit could represent a different identity or subculture, such as twinks, bears, drag
Yeah.
queens, and femme queens. Whatever the fuck a femme queen
I
is,
didn't.
have no
Yeah,
clue.
never heard of that. I feel like it's made
Um,
up.
each with
Is
its
it just a
own
drag
unique
queen that's
symbol.
also a femboy?
That'd
What
be
does
kinda
that even
funny.
look like? Like it's the
Um,
drag queen makeup, but femboy clothing. It's
It that's just the kind of shit it said, like card looking wise.
yeah.
What I really liked, what I really wanted it to help me with was the special
Oh my
cards.
God.
So it says special gay themed cards, rainbow wild card, similar to traditional wild card, but this card could represent show your true colors, allowing the player to change the color and add a fun rule like a lot of these rules that these cards are adding are the people doing the shit.
Yeah.
So it's saying like, place this card down, you change the color just like a normal wild card, but then you
Yeah.
got to do like a Vogue move. So you got to like do something gay. You know what I mean? You got to do some like a catwalk.
like
or
as
something, I
you're
don't know.
placing it.
Yeah. Well, no, like the person that, like as you're
Yeah.
placing it, you gotta like
You gotta,
do something, flamboyant. I don't know.
It's interesting.
It says a shade card acts like a reverse card, but every player has to compliment the person next to them sarcastically before the
Oh, okay.
direction changes. So each person has to, like, if you're right beside me and I'm right beside somebody else and somebody like we have to compliment each other sarcastically until somebody
Yeah.
else reverses the shit. So it
Ah.
just keeps going. And
For a long
then
time.
yeah, until somebody else puts one down. The Yes Queen card, or as this puts it, Yes Queen card. That's my gay voice, I guess. Functions as a
is a weird
special
one.
power card that lets you skip 3 people in a row.
Oh my God.
Because sometimes you just have to take center stage. Well, they're really
See,
Yes Queen.
I'm really thinking just keep it to the store theme, you know.
It would be. It just really went on the.
I'm
gay
imagining
theme.
like the +4 shit. It's just the gimp, you know. Since
Yeah,
it's
but
all the
I-
colors.
But all the theme shit, all the themed Uno cards have a special thing that's not just like +4.
What would be our theme
This-
sort of shit for?
I don't
the
know. I was
store?
getting ready to read the +4 one for this, and then
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
that could give you an idea. So this says this card would work as a fun draw for alternative when played. The next person has to come out as a character type like twink or bear, and if they don't want to come out, they draw 4.
What?
So I guess if they don't want to come out, then they got to draw 4 cards. So it just makes them draw 4
They have
cards
to change their sexuality.
because they don't want to come.
No, I guess
out.
it's not a sexuality. It's just weird, different.
I
things.
think I think saying it's a Little Man's Big Man's themed one, it needs to be more Little Man's Big Man's. I'm just kind of
Yeah.
reading the gay one. I think the gay one would be funny to play in a room full of straight people just to see what they do.
You got to
just
get a
to
bunch
see
of
how they
hicks.
Oh yeah, they'd be like, "What the hell?"
You gotta.
Okay.
Although you'd have to do it at gunpoint for them.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a hick would be like, okay, that's easy. I'll come out as a bear. You know, they'd act like the animal.
You could take off your shirt, cover yourself in hair.
Yeah, lovely. The Randys could help you with that.
Oh yeah, I'm imagining the Randys would make a great +2 card.
Oh yeah, I think little man's, big man's themed ones. They have to do something with the characters. But it's
Yeah, of
like,
course.
but it's like, how would they even like?
Oh,
Um,
the different suits. You got the little meats, the barbershop, grandmas.
yeah, but I'm really meaning like the special. I'm
Yeah, no,
thinking
no.
more of the specialty
I'm
cards.
thinking set up the suits and then we think of it, right?
Yeah.
What would
Well, the
be?
suits would be easy because it would just
Yeah.
be.
What's the last suit we should do? Because you got Dami Grandmommy. I feel like she makes up her own thing. The barber shop.
Well, the
Little
barber
meat.
shop, because we have characters that go specifically to little man's, big man's, and then we have characters that specifically go to the things that are in little man's, big man's. So like Dommy Grandmommy and the Gimp guy, they would go with little man's, big man's.
Yeah.
They wouldn't go with any of the other ones.
Well, you gotta think. Well, there's not so many sections to the store. I guess we could have the trippy coffee as a suit.
Well, just it, yeah, because we have that, but there's Little Meat, Randy's, and then and
Which is the
Brandy's.
barber shop.
Yeah, they're both in the same
I guess that is
place.
also a tattoo parlor.
Yeah, so it's like, are those the same place?
I'm counting at the same place.
Okay, and then
Unless
you know,
we have to do something separate.
see, this is where it helps to remember all the things that we've done because we have no fucking.
Yeah.
Because you had the trippy coffee, but then we
Yeah.
also had like the fucking drug slushies that were kind of.
That's not really so much of a section.
No, that's just a machine.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah. So if somebody wants a drink with some drugs in it,
Huh.
I don't
Huh.
know. There has to be ones where it's just little man's, big man.
It's just a checkout area suit, you know?
Well, it'd just be little man's, big man's. I feel like that could be one of the suits.
Yeah, but that's more larger than the other suits. So.
But it could have stuff in it.
I guess
that's
we
from
could make the
store.
tattoo shit and the hair cutting shit separate.
Maybe. I think we need to think about this more.
Yeah. I say we just make those two separate. So then you got
Yeah.
the coffee shop, the little meats, haircut, tattoo.
Yeah.
And they're all the different things. And then like Dami Grandmommy could have her own special card stuff.
Have you ever played Uno Truth or Dare?
Nope.
So with that,
I've only played normal Uno.
well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'd like to know more about the specialty cards. 'cause
Yeah,
with
we
Uno
can get
Truth
to
or
that.
Dare,
now.
they have like a list of truths or dares that you have to do, and if you don't do them, you have to draw like 10 cards.
Oh my
So I
God.
feel like this would kind of be the same thing, where it's like it's a draw 4, and it's
Kinky
like
confessions.
yeah, it's like you do like you have to do something weird, or you have to say something weird,
Yeah.
and then if you don't, or if people don't think that's weird, then you have to draw 4 or something. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
added to it. The skips I think would be funny if it's like you're drugged. You skip your turn. You're drugged.
Depends on the color of the skip, I say. You know?
Oh yeah.
You change it.
So like for the Brandy's ones, it'd be like if it's a Brandy skip, it'd be like I don't fucking know. You're
Yeah.
molested.
For Brandy's?
I don't know.
I feel
don't
like
remember what the
Brandy's
fuck
are
she-
the most normal people there.
I think she does something crazy.
She just
like she's
just the tattoos. She's surrounded by the fucking Randys.
well. There's more than just one Brandy.
Yeah, there's more than one Brandy.
But they're all Brandies.
Brandy's. Her thing is she's like relatively just like a normal tattoo person, right? And
We
then
gotta rewatch
she's
that Randy
uncomfortable because she's
Yeah.
got the Randys in the
Yeah.
same fucking room with her, just rubbing each other up.
We gotta find that Brandy episode and find it. I feel
Who
like we
knows?
said some more crazy shit about Brandy's. I feel
I
like,
feel like Brandy was not that weird.
no, because we, we got a buddy, and his mom's name's Brandy, but she's kind of
Yeah.
crazy, and that's why we started that in the first place.
Yeah.
Because, whatever. But
I
I
feel like the Randys and the Little Meats is probably the most interesting ones.
probably little meat to be like, you gotta, if you got a little meat, you're skipped or something. I don't know. Something dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
You got big meat, add 4 cars to your pile, to your deck. Something crazy. I don't know. I didn't
Got
think about
stuck in
this
the
enough.
baloney.
It gave me gay ones. It didn't give me low man.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we come
What
back
about the
to
special? What about the special card? At least for
I don't
Dommy
know.
Grandmommy, one special card for her.
this. The
Huh. Hmm.
I really don't know. I can't think of anything. This took out all my brain power.
Just gotta be
either-
tied up for a duration.
Maybe, yeah. Or you have to get whipped with a belt.
Oh yeah.
Or you have to put a ball in your mouth till your next turn. That would
Yeah,
be
you're
kinda
ball
funny.
gagged.
Yeah, you're ball gagged till your next turn. That's pretty funny. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's Dommy Grandmommy's. All right. well-
Maybe like Randy's. It's like you have to keep pulling out a hair on your body until your next turn. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think we come back to this one. Maybe
Yeah,
there'll
yeah,
be an episode where we both, if we can't think of, new items, we'll come up with shit for the Uno game.
Yeah, and maybe add another board game or something.
Yeah. Okay. We'll keep the Uno game in the,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
back of our
that,
heads.
that'll be there.
That's a good one though. The
Yeah, yeah,
Uno theme. It did give me gay theme.
yeah. So we want to move on to the mark the date.
Yeah.
I almost fucking forgot the name of it. It took me a second to remember it.
This motherfucker.
All right, but
He's
first,
the one that does it.
yeah,
Can't
I didn't
remember.
come up with the name,
Can't
but
remember.
first one, I only know what this is. National Spicy Hermit Cookie Day.
Spicy Hermit Cookie.
Yeah, well, what the fuck is a normal hermit cookie?
I don't fucking know.
Like
I'm
that
looking
feels
this
very
up.
seafood, right? Like a hermit
Hermit
crab.
Cookie. Yeah, hermit crab. I just thought of the fucking, you know what I mean? The Minecraft
No.
people.
Oh, that
hermit
seems alright for
cookie.
you.
What the fuck is this?
What's in it?
It's... What is it made of? Okay, dried fruit and spice, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, and cloves. Hermit cookies are a classic Maine recipe dating back to the late 1800s and handed down by families in church and community cookbooks.
Why the fuck is it called hermit?
I have no fucking clue. But when you look it up, you know what it shows. It shows just regular cookie pictures, but it also shows those cookies that the we had in high school and middle school and elementary school. Those morning breakfast cookies that were the chocolate chip in the blue bag or the fucking banana ones in the yellow one, and they were long rectangles. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No.
They were these rectangle-shaped cookies, and they were long. I don't know if you would even eat them.
I
A
have
lot
no
of those
fucking
are,
clue what that is.
pop-
Alright.
You don't remember that? They would give it
No.
to us for breakfast sometimes. It was just this cookie.
I'm
That was
thinking
in,
of the breakfast bars.
But it was a cookie. But it came in a blue wrapper for chocolate chip, and then there was a banana one that was in a yellow wrapper.
Okay, I think that's their breakfast bar shit.
Maybe. It might have said breakfast bar on it. I don't remember what the fuck it
Yeah.
said. But that's what these also look like.
Interesting.
Depending on the hermit cookie that you make.
Yeah.
It looks
All
just,
right.
it's a crunchy cookie.
Next one, World Vasectomy Day.
Hell yeah.
You
Get the
balls
snip.
chopped off.
Get them bitches
It's
clipped, you know what I
weird
mean?
because I think you're awake for it.
Probably. I don't know. I find it.
That'd be so
I
weird.
find it funny when people talk about like after they get a vasectomy, that people are like, "So what? You can't come anymore?" And they're like, "No, you can come. It just doesn't. It's not fertile."
Is it the same color? Like what?
Yes. Even
Okay.
I think a comedian said, well, because I think they tell you to like try not to come or do anything to make you come for like a few weeks or something like
Yeah.
that. Just to let the area heal.
Because
But
actually they might be able to reverse themselves.
yes, if you don't wait,
Yeah.
they can. And even if you do wait, they possibly can.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, do you really need it then?
It's an extra measure, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people like there was a comedian, I forget who, but he was like he didn't do it for like a while because he was scared that blood was gonna come out
What?
instead. So he's like, I'm gonna make sure I don't come because I don't want
Damn.
blood to come out.
Okay.
So he like waited a while, quite a
3
while.
years.
Blood won't come out. At least, like, if you did it like 10 minutes afterwards, I don't know.
Oh my
It
god.
might.
You imagine? Someone's had to have done that too.
Yeah, just to
So
see.
they get out of the room, they go straight to the bathroom. Just
I
go
I
for
understand why people do it. I understand why people get their tubes tied too, but it's like
it.
I don't know, just get better at pulling out. You know what I mean? Like if you're good at
Yeah.
if you're good at parallel parking, you better be good at pulling out.
Not good at parallel parking.
Well, then you're not good at pulling out.
That's a requirement to be good at pulling out.
Yep, you better get fucking snipping, brother.
Okay.
You better get
Interesting.
snipping.
Oh, this one I thought was a little awful.
Yeah.
National Raisin Bran Day.
Oh.
Who the fuck actually enjoys Raisin Bran?
It's the worst cereal ever made.
Yeah.
Why is
awful.
it even cereal? It's just cornflakes, but with raisins in it.
And with more fiber.
But cornflakes is like also the worst cereal ever made too.
Cornflakes is good.
It's just fucking nothing with nothing on it.
You can't make this fucking argument. You eat plain Rice Krispies.
I eat plain, not Rice Krispies.
Okay.
Rice Krispies.
Crazy. It's the same fucking thing.
People eat plain fucking Cocoa Krispies or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah,
The
because
fucking
they're
chocolate ones.
flavored. There's less
They-
flavor in Rice Krispies than cornflakes.
What are you supposed to put in Rice Krispies?
What are you supposed to put in cornflakes?
I don't know. Fuck it. That's what I'm saying. It's so bland. At least
It's
Rice
the-
Krispies has a flavoring to it, even though it's
Cornflakes
there's
have
nothing
more
in it.
flavor than Rice Krispies.
No,
Yes, for sure.
so bland. You know, because Frosted Flakes is the better cornflakes.
You cover it in
Because it's
sugar.
just cornflakes with sugar on it. Exactly. Cornflakes is just flakes of nothing.
Yeah,
Right? I love Rice Krispies.
I don't know how you can hate on cornflakes so much and be like, I love just Rice Krispies.
It's good, and it's good for you if you just eat just the Rice
I mean,
Krispies.
it's not good for you. It's just not bad for you.
There's nothing bad in it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's not benefiting you. It's just
No, it's
not
filling me
hurting
up,
you. Yeah.
It's a neutral food.
I mean,
They
pretty
don't
much
hurt
the
you or
same
benefit
thing
you.
with cornflakes.
It's so bad.
Not
What's
that
the
bad.
best cereal? What's the best cereal? Let's see if we agree on that.
I mean, I'd go with the Cocoa Krispies.
Okay.
Or
That could be a
Captain
good one.
Crunch.
Which one?
The one that has the berries and the orange.
So the everything one,
Yeah,
like the yellow
everything.
box. Yeah.
Yes.
That one is probably the best, even though, you fucking shred the top of your mouth
Oh yeah.
every time
Yeah.
you eat it. No, I love, my favorite Captain Crunch version is the peanut butter ones. But
Yeah.
obviously
Minor
you can't
issue
have
for
that.
me.
Yeah, no, best cereal is probably the Captain Crunch all the berry
Yeah.
shit. The yellow
So
box.
good.
It's probably the best. I do
I
like
I tried
Oreo
an
cereal.
off-brand version, and it tasted like straight plastic.
Oreo should have made cereal way earlier than what they did.
God, I think it's wrong that they made cereal.
It's so good,
Yeah,
It's
I wonder
delicious.
fucking why.
but I don't understand why they didn't make it earlier.
The amount of cereals that's just hardcore desserts at this point.
Yeah, but it's like you eat Oreos with milk. Obviously,
Yeah.
it makes sense to make it a cereal.
But I'm not pretending it's a meal at that rate.
Yeah, no, it's just a sugary treat.
Yeah,
It's good.
awful. But next
Yes.
one. Oh, Steve Irwin Day.
Steve Irwin Day. Oh, cranky.
Yeah.
Cranky. I wrestled an
Crikey.
alligator and had a venomous snake eat me. But guess what actually killed me? The fucking prong of a fucking stingray.
So
You know what?
unfortunate.
I did an impression last episode. I'm gonna do one again.
Why does he have to have sunglasses on every time?
Cranky. What I find funny about these sunglasses is that they fucking go like up.
Yeah.
They got the weirdest shape to them, and they also angle down. They make me look like an alien. I'll take them off. But no, Steve Irwin, what a great guy. Probably shouldn't have
Yeah.
died when he did.
Probably.
Great family.
Nice cock.
Like Billy Joel says, only the good die young.
How old was
But that
he?
guy was like probably late 30s, early 40s. He
Yeah.
was not that old. He was not that fucking old. Nah. Is there any more?
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
Day of the Imprisoned Writer. Like people that are just in prison that are writing like stories and whatnot.
Who gives a fuck?
I thought it was wacky enough. I was like, that's hyper specific.
Yeah, why is there a day for that though?
I don't know. It happens
I
to a lot of people.
But I feel like those people don't know that there's a day for that.
Correct. 'Cause most of them
Why
are
is it a
dead at
day?
this point.
A prison writer?
Yeah, because a lot of the ones that you are well known were like from Soviet shit.
Oh yeah, you're right.
In the
But
prison
people
camp.
write in prison all the time.
Yeah, but nothing profound.
Yeah, or like nothing like that does
Readable.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing nominated for whatever the fuck.
Rewards.
A Golden Globe.
I don't know. I don't know
I don't
book
know.
things.
Some award. I got a question.
Okay.
I got a question.
We'll end it
You
off
done?
on this question. Yeah.
You done with your mark the date? Okay. I got a question. You have a date with someone
A man.
in your room tomorrow, because you're in your room.
Oh.
It
okay.
says this room in the question. So for you, for me, it'd be in my room. You would be in
Yikes.
your room.
Okay.
Who would be the most unfit candidate? Who would be the most unfit person to go on that date with you in your room?
I don't fucking know. Any woman? My room looks like a serial killer's room, alright? There's nothing good about it.
No, I thought that the most unfit for mine would be like Jared Fogle because I'm not 12. So
okay. Yeah, fair,
he wouldn't be coming in my room on a date. He's in prison. And I'm not 12, like I said. So
Yeah.
I think I'd be fine. That's probably the most unfit. Another unfit would probably be like the women from My 600-Pound Life because they're so unfit.
Couldn't fit through
they
the
can't-
door.
No, well, they're not getting on that elevator.
Oh, no. They ain't
not
going
that
up
low.
those steps.
So guess what? They're not getting in my room either. So unfit, check. Right there. That's another unfit person. That's not coming to my room.
That's something. I mean, yeah, I could only think of the women.
Just women.
Just
Not a specific
women.
one?
I mean, no, I can't think of any specific because all women include any specific woman, you know?
Well, yeah.
And I guess, you know, most dudes probably.
Most dudes probably wouldn't
Yeah.
come in your room either. So
No.
who you bringing on this date?
Some, like, mentally ill man.
So,
He doesn't
like,
really
Jeffrey
know he's
Dahmer.
there. Well, not serial killer.
Oh, okay. No,
But,
like
like-
Dahmer down here. Nails. There we go. Nails from down
Oh,
from here.
no. Nails wouldn't come in. I'd be too uncomfortable.
I would be scared. Remember I had that nightmare about nails?
Yeah.
That was scary.
A dude
I
that's
have
mentally ill, but he's just funny mentally ill, you know?
He looks unhinged.
Yeah. He's not all
Like-
there, but, you know, the shit he says is hilarious.
Nails?
No. I'm not talking about nails. I'm talking about a candidate to come to my room for a date.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying nails was that. I was like, I don't know
No.
about that.
I don't know if I've ever heard nails talk.
I have.
That's unfortunate.
He's just like, actually,
With the Wendy's.
You're welcome. Yeah, he's always down there eating fucking food
Wendy's.
in the lobby. Always eating Wendy's, usually, yeah. I don't think I've ever, he's gotten Taco Bell before. I remember Taco Bell, but other than that. Okay, we'll cut it there.
Yeah, well, under there. Don't forget to follow the socials. The fucking TikTok, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter, and the Spotify. If you want to know when we upload on the Spotify, because it's always really fucking behind, that's updated on the Twitter and the Facebook. What are you doing?
It's not that fucking behind. It's like 7 episodes.
That's a lot.
Hey, it was like 15, and then I cranked them all out in one night, okay? So, you know, I'm good at cranking things
You're
out
not
during
helping
the
your
night,
case. You're not
and
helping your
that
case.
was one of them.
It's always behind, except for like short periods of time.
Then they're all there.
Yeah, in bursts. I don't
gotta
think
do
anyone
it,
watches on Spotify, anyways, but it's there if you want it. So
baby. Yeah, if you want to listen to it, it's there.
like
That's
you got
why it's
Spotify
there.
Premium. You want to download the podcast on the go.
That's why it's there. But I've heard of people saying that they would, when I talk to them about the podcast, they're like, you guys on Spotify? Yeah. Okay. That's what they say. That's how I knew that we had to have it at least
Yo,
on Spotify.
if you're on Spotify, that's pretty fucking sick. You know.
Yeah, and we have video on Spotify, so
We
you can
do
see
have
us right
video.
now. We're like Joe
Yeah.
Rogan, but not rich.
And get barely any views, but
And we have hair.
we do have hair.
And we do
A
have
lot
hair.
of hair.
Both have a lot of hair.
All over.
Okay.
Not even our own.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
All
No,
right.
I got more hair on my floor than on my feet. Okay, count it. All right, that's that. Peace out. Peace
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I was just.
Don't forget
I
to
was
like and
just saying.
subscribe.
Yep,
and
yep.
Good night.
Goodbye. Peace out. Yeah.